to do their job. Your protesters decided that they were going to obstruct. Now they're trying to get into the prison as well. So don't give me this that they're trying to take over LA. You guys can have LA. But as it relates to the criminals in there that don't belong in this country, oh yes, they are going to enforce federal law.
I just don't understand why they don't want help. Why wouldn't they want the National Guard there? Why wouldn't they want 700 U.S. Marines? Those police officers, last night when I was watching our coverage of it, I was like, this crowd is huge. Yeah. There aren't as many police officers as there are individuals that are rioting. And I was worried for their safety. Why wouldn't they want the help?
Look at this.
Right. You know why? Because they say that by putting the National Guard in there, they're making things worse. They also say they also have 35 minutes before the LAPD responded to ISIS' request for reinforcements. That's why President Trump is not taking any more risks. And that's why he went to school in Seattle and Portland and Minneapolis and Kenosha. He saw that maybe he could have been acting a little quicker and was talked out of it in his first term. Then he watched these cities burn and Joe Biden basically say no problem about that. They basically had what's coming to them, and that was not okay. So when Trump takes over, he's going to make sure that this will not happen, and he's going to make sure that the city will not be out of control. But I think symbolically, and by the way, here's the sheriff of Los Angeles, who when he was in charge, he was actually against this kind of disorder and this looting. Listen to Sheriff Villanueva, who used to have this job in LA County.
The worst that we saw on Sunday was absolutely downplayed by the local media, by the politicians. They're all saying, oh, it's largely peaceful. No, it was largely violent. And the concentration of violent activists embedded within people that were just looked like they were trying to peacefully protest was a joke. Because that was you look at the destruction of the CHP cruisers, the shutdown of the 101 freeway, and if you look at the tagging and the broken windows throughout the downtown quarter, it's alarming. Local law enforcement, particularly the sheriff who was responsible for coordinating mutual aid among all these agencies, they were paralyzed in fear about coming to the aid of ICE agents who were under attack. And that right there is the genesis of this entire mess.
Not peaceful at all. They were throwing frozen water bottles at police last night, Molotov cocktails, baseball bats were hidden in the bushes in case they needed them. They were lobbing fireworks at the police and sticks at the police.
Yeah, Seth Bolton says this is what the president wants. It's not what the president wants. He has no interest in doing this.
We don't want this. The country doesn't want to. I don't want my country to become little Gaza. I don't want my country to become little Mexico. It's great for vacationing, but I don't want the criminals roaming the street, looting Apple. How's looting an Apple store about immigration?
The only reason the president had to step in is because the local leaders won't do their job.